Hi, this is Roberto and this is Happy Travel Viajes. The second chapter of the 3 steps of Everest adventure begins, and this is getting serious. Today is the 4th day of the trek and we leave behind Namche Bazaar at about 3,500 meters. The sun accompanies us at the start of the stage, and as there are no great climbs at the beginning, we can enjoy the route a lot. But before we continue, I introduce you to my companions in this adventure that is possible thanks to the agency Nepal Trekking Experts.
Hello, Takur.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Very good.
Yeah.
Today-
And what about you, Tim?
Feeling great on day 4 on our way to Everest Base Camp.
By the way, if you are thinking of doing something crazy like this, check out the description box on the video. There I leave a link to the website of Nepal Trekking Experts. It is one of the best rated companies in the country and can help you discover the entire Himalayan range and much more. The first 6 kilometers today are very comfortable. We even reach a point where we face a rather long descent. But in Sagarmatha National Park, going down is the worst news because every meter of descent will have to be up again. Look at the climb that comes right after. We're going to get that wall, but first I'll show you this suspension bridge. I love suspension bridges. And I love bridges, but I also love the rivers. The water is so blue, so beautiful. The climb is very hard, no doubt the most complicated stretch so far. It's 3 kilometers of constant ascent with 600 meters of elevation. This is a wall. Madre mía. The effort is tremendous, and although we are approaching 4,000 meters, it's very hot. We reach the top of Tengboche after 2 hard hours. We are completely exhausted, so when I see a chair waiting for me, all I can think about is resting a little. And now, to it. The surprise is that in just 5 minutes the wind has started to blow, the sun has hidden and the temperature has dropped 15 degrees. In the distance we can see Everest, but only for a few moments because the clouds cover everything. We still have several hours of light left, so we decide to continue a bit longer. Before leaving Tengboche, we visit the Buddhist monastery. It is the most important in the region, although it's almost empty. Keep in mind that it's the beginning of March, and therefore there are almost no monks here, because during the winter they take refuge in lower areas of the mountain. An hour later, we get to Milingo in the middle of the fog, 3,750 meters of altitude. We have earned our rest, and this will be our room. We have an ensuite bathroom, but we can't use it because the pipes are frozen. Nobody said that the adventure would be easy, right?
We crossed overboard.
What a spectacular sunrise! It seems we have slept in one place and woke up in another one. We set off immediately through a valley. We are gaining altitude gradually, so although we don't stop climbing, the difficulty is not very high for the time being. We are surrounded by peaks that exceed 6,000 meters. Do you remember the Tancharku I showed you in the first chapter? Well, it doesn't seem the same, but this is that mountain. We've completely surrounded it, and now we are on the other side. Unbelievable! It's our 5th day and we are passing the 4,000 meter barrier. So remember that to avoid problems with altitude sickness, the climb must be done without major changes in altitude, regulating efforts, drinking at least 4 liters of water a day, and eating properly. Do you think it's not a great challenge? Don't forget to give yourself sunscreen, to avoid sweating, to carry a balanced backpack, and even to be careful that the jacket doesn't ram you. We arrived at Dingboche at almost 4,400 meters after 11 kilometers, but it's not even 2:30, so I get rid of my backpack in the tea house and decide to walk a little more to take advantage of the good weather. With Amma Dablan at my back watching me, I enjoy a few hours alone in the mountains. But of course, before having left, I explained to my companions the path I will take. risks as close to zero as possible. In total, I make another 6 kilometers approximately and find an area to shelter myself and watch the sunset. I don't know if I'll finally have a nice sunset or not, but the views right now are a freaking mess. Finally, the clouds close again and hide the sun on almost all the mountains, but I'm sitting here, quietly, protected from the wind by this huge rock, and even without the sunset dreamed, it's incredible.
I get a little bit breathless.
Sixth day, and it will be acclimatization day. Does that mean that we'll rest at a hotel? Not at all. It means we'll sleep again in Dingboche, but today we are going to exceed the 5,000 meters of altitude. Just thinking about it gives me a tingling mixture of respect and illusion. During the climb, we are lucky because the day is cloudy and that helps us to be able to climb more comfortably. The views, it's hard to describe. We are surrounded by mountains I'd only seen in documentaries. It's really very touching. The slope is very strong throughout the trip, but knowing where you are and having the opportunity to enjoy this nature makes you take the effort much better. Suddenly, Takur stands up because among the clouds we are looking at a very special mountain.
That is the one we have seen, the Mount Makalu, which is the 5th highest mountain in the world.
I don't even know how I feel. I'm on the top of the Nagar chunk, 5,070 meters, and seriously, what do you look at when you're in a place like this? It is 360 degrees of breathtaking views. It is the beauty of nature elevated to infinity. Wow! Wow. I would do a little dance. I would, but look. See if we do some drone stuff. Let's go with the drone. See? No, definitely is not a place for little dancers. No. But we all dance inside. Amazing. What fun. Turn the page and burn it. Seventh day, and we wake up with bad news. We have no information about the conditions of Komala, the first step of the route, and in the face of doubt and to ensure safety, our guide decides that we will avoid it. It pains me very much, but for sure, safety comes first. What is the good part of this morning news? The flip side of the coin is that we are winning a night and we can take advantage of it to visit other places outside our original plan. The road starts today very easy, and the only small difficulty is crossing small streams that are completely frozen due to the cold of the night. After the first 2 hours, we face an interesting climb for 45 minutes. On the top of it, we find a memorial to the mountaineers who died walking on these mountains. A good reminder that coming and being here must be taken very seriously. There's not an easy moment. When it's not the slope, the difficulty comes by crossing a river covered with ice. Jacks make everything very simple, but I can assure you that it is not. The stage is short, less than 8 kilometers, and we are already in Lobuche. But as always, I keep walking a little farther, and the prize is again absolutely impressive. The day and this chapter finish exactly at 5,000 meters of altitude on the end of the Khumbu Glacier.
Esta montaña.
This is the Namche, and you know what's behind it? Do you know what's behind it? You'll see it in the next chapter.
Próximo capítulo. Y el siguiente va a ser.
The next one will be an absolute madness, so don't miss it. I'm going to enjoy the sunset here and see you in the next video.
¡Abur!